This story is told through the perspective of Virginia Vallejo, a journalist and television presenter who was highly famous in her time. In 1993, she is seen on a plane leaving her homeland because of a man. On that flight, she is not alone. A DEA agent named Shepard accompanies her. As soon as they land in the United States, Virginia is immediately escorted to a hotel. Upon arriving in her room, Shepard explains that soon she will meet officials from the Department of Justice to undergo a series of procedures. Another agent then warns Virginia to remain inside the room and avoid communicating with anyone for her own safety. Feeling unwell, Virginia asks for aspirin, but Shepard informs her that the hotel cannot provide it because technically the drug is classified as a controlled substance. Virginia laughs at this explanation, inwardly imagining that Pablo Escobar would probably laugh too, before calmly deciding to eliminate anyone standing in his way. At this point, the story shifts backward in time to show how everything began. The flashback takes viewers to Colombia in 1981. Pablo Escobar first appears while riding bicycles with several friends and associates across wide fields. Along the way, one of them accidentally collides with a horse, leaving the animal badly injured. Without hesitation, the group pulls out firearms and shoots the horse to end its suffering.
Do it, pelao.
After the incident, they return to Escobar's grand estate. There, Pablo is seen speaking with his wife, Victoria, about the lavish party they are hosting that evening with many important guests. However, Victoria's attention is focused on their son, who is swimming in the pool accompanied by a man she does not trust. She voices her concern that family affairs should not be mixed with business. Pablo dismisses her unease, tossing a coin into the pool to distract the boy before approaching the man. He orders that all documents linking him to the murder of 24 agents be destroyed. For this mission, Pablo authorizes eliminating anyone who stands in the way and provides a large sum of money to cover all needs, including weapons.
Okay, muy bueno. Escuchame, I have a little deal for you in addition. There is a file there from 7 years ago linking me to the murder of 2,000 agents. You have to make it disappear, okay? Everything is fine. Leave it nice and clean. What is it?
My cousin's wife works at the courthouse.
Get rid of that file. What is that? You have 30,000 for expenses, for traveling, for ammunition.
A few hours later, young Virginia arrives at Escobar's ranch on a private jet. Although she had often heard of his name, she had never met him and only regarded Pablo as one of the many newly rich men in Colombia. Seeing armed men waiting for her, she panics, thinking she is about to be kidnapped. Pablo approaches her and reassures her, explaining that the land is actually a zoo and the weapons are meant for protection against wild animals.
You scared us to death.
Welcome.
Tell our host this is no way to welcome guests.
Soon as I see.
Mistaking Pablo for a servant, Virginia responds irritably. They then get into a jeep and head toward the mansion, where along the way, Pablo proudly shows off his collection of exotic animals.
Is that?
Oh my God.
That night, the party is held with great splendor. Virginia is shocked when she realizes that the man she mistook for a servant is none other than Pablo Escobar himself.
Virginia. Our Lord keep asking for you. He's driving us crazy, so come on.
Victor, wait here. Don't fall in love with a paisa.
We still don't know their names.
Pablo? Pablo Escobar?
No.
When she brings up rumors about Escobar's past, Pablo refuses to discuss it. He only says that the party is to celebrate the establishment of a foundation that builds homes for the poor. When Virginia tries to ask where his wealth comes from, Pablo avoids giving a direct answer. What Virginia does not know is that the party actually marks the birth of the Medellin Cartel.
We're going to build 2,000 homes for the people at the exit interview.
I'm a journalist.
Come and see it. I'll show it to you. It's good for the country to know.
Good for the country or good for you?
Am I not part of the country?
Days later, Pablo takes Virginia to the slums to show her the houses he has built. Many poor families even name their children after him, as a sign of respect.
Just people dump bodies out here sometimes. Nathan, we are now finishing the first 600, but we're going to build 2,000.
During a televised interview, Escobar delivers a passionate speech about his vision of building a better Colombia. Hearing this, Virginia stops caring about where Pablo's wealth comes from. For her, what matters is how the money is used.
For viewers the motivation and goal behind this wonderful...
Well, it is painful for us to see so many children starving, completely unprotected by the government. For then helps us to create a country that we always dreamed about. I love Colombia, and now that we have the chance...
That day I decide that I don't care how Pablo makes his money, only how he uses it.
One night over dinner, Virginia admits that she is still married. However, she emphasizes that it is not her will, as her husband refuses to sign the divorce papers. Pablo, who dislikes being with married women, promises to resolve the matter. Soon after, Escobar's men threaten Virginia's husband at his workplace, forcing him to sign the divorce documents. While Virginia is back hosting her television show, she learns that her divorce is finalized. To celebrate her newfound freedom, Pablo takes her to a private island. There, their relationship grows more intimate, and Virginia is introduced to members of the Cartel Congress. Pablo proudly parades her like a trophy, and though surrounded by dangerous men, Virginia feels safer than ever before. That night, Cartel members divide the United States into territories for their drug trade.
For the Medellín Cartel, New York for the Cali Cartel, and then sent their shipments to Pablo's. Thanks to those men, it is going to snow the U.S.
A year later, the smuggling operation into the United States is shown. On a highway, a truck deliberately blocks traffic as armed men force drivers to stop while a small plane lands and unloads cargo. Dozens of people rush to carry the goods away.
Do the math. 1 kilo is worth $7,000 here in Colombia. In the United States, they cut it, add lactose.
Virginia narrates that the cocaine will later be cut to multiply profits before being resold, marking the beginning of the drug's arrival in America. As this epidemic spreads, President Ronald Reagan delivers a public address. Shepard, then stationed at the White House, listens as U.S. and Colombian representatives discuss reactivating the extradition treaty. The aim is for Colombia to arrest drug lords while U.S. courts prosecute them, since Colombian judges are easily bribed or intimidated. Shepard is assigned to oversee the treaty's enforcement. Upon hearing this, Pablo gathers his associates. Some suggest hiring lawyers, but Pablo insists that legal channels are not the solution. In his view, the real key lies in political power. While many consider it risky, Pablo believes that by becoming a congressman, he will gain respect. Thus, the cartel begins funding politicians from all sides, ensuring their influence regardless of who wins. By day, their planes transport political candidates, and by night, the same planes carry drugs. Months later, Victoria confronts Pablo about his obsession with power. She says he already has everything, yet spends little time with his family. Pablo responds that what he seeks is no longer wealth, but respect and his son's pride. Frustrated, Victoria demands that he end his relationship with Virginia.
Oh no, again. She's helping me with my political campaign.
I'd settle for being the only lady, Pablo.
I promise, right now, it is over now.
Although Pablo promises he has ended it, soon after, he returns to Virginia's side. With her support, Pablo launches his political campaign and gains a large following.
We want a country like a mother who defends her children from foreign aggression without hesitation, severe and understanding. Long live the mothers of Colombia and our motherland. They will cry tears of blood the day their first son is extradited. Gracias.
In July 1982, he wins a seat in the House of Representatives. On his first day in Congress, he is stopped at the entrance, not for being a drug lord, but simply for not wearing a tie. Journalists quickly lend him one so he can enter.
That's my country for you.
Who's that?
This is your prize. Gift for you, Virginia. This is for you to enjoy it. Got the clothes. You can buy new ones there. See? Take them all out. Take them all out.
Time passes into 1983. Virginia enjoys a life of luxury with jewelry, expensive clothes, and a lavish home, all provided by Pablo. Meanwhile, Pablo teaches his son about the cocaine-making process, but sternly warns him never to try it. One day, DEA agent Shepard approaches Virginia, offering her a drink while bringing up Escobar's finances. Virginia dismisses his authority, explaining that what truly bothers America is not the drugs themselves, but the outflow of money from their country, unlike the Italian mafia, which keeps its money in U.S. banks.
Money's different. It flies away. That's what worries you.
You two are involved. What did he say?
He said to make sure the United States pays the bill.
In the months that follow, political tensions in Congress escalate. Old accusations resurface, linking Pablo to police killings in his youth.
These men became unspeakably rich overnight. It certainly must have been quite a struggle for you to obtain your fortune. To accumulating more than $2 billion in less than 2 years.
Maybe you should question your own presence here, Señor Ministro. And you want the justice system of another country for our citizens, so you don't deserve your position. You should resign. You have lied today by suggesting that my money is linked to drug trafficking. In your honor 24 hours to present solid evidence of your accusations against me.
When a minister openly insults him, Victoria, who is pregnant, urges her husband to step down. Pablo refuses, leading to devastating consequences. Newspapers publish incriminating evidence. In retaliation, Pablo orders his men to buy every copy off the streets. Shortly after, he decides the minister must be killed. He convinces his partners to share responsibility. A young sicario from the slums is hired to carry out the execution. The minister is assassinated, and Virginia herself reports the shocking news on live television while Victoria weeps in despair. The government quickly retaliates. The president reactivates the extradition treaty, forcing Pablo to flee to Panama in 1984. In Panama, negotiations take place. A former president offers Escobar a deal. He will pay taxes in exchange for not being extradited. Escobar demands the promise be honored, warning of a massive war otherwise.
Creation of our capital abroad to boost the national economy and also pay our country's external debt, presently estimated at $12 billion. Request amnesty and the guarantee that under will be extradited to another country for any illicit activities.
The extradition part is non-negotiable. Can't guarantee anything without the agreement of our North American partner.
Ah, the North American partners, the gringos. Who needs them? Ay, Maria. President, the one you are not representing here. Yes, what's the other option? War. The one who has more cash wins it. And look at us. Who has more cash here?
But his power soon spirals out of control. Editors publishing negative news are murdered, while Virginia begins receiving threats, making her feel unsafe even at home. Pablo tries to comfort her, but she becomes convinced the drug lord is losing control. Soon, violence grows systematic. Judges are threatened, coffins are sent to their homes, and firearms are distributed in slums as rewards for anyone killing police officers.
This is what we'll do. Hand out guns in the slums. The more the better. For every dead cop, I will pay $2,000. When I give you 10 and I will pay $10,000. $50,000. Every major.
This sparks a brutal police crackdown that kills many innocent teenagers.
10 executions for each dead police officer. The Colombian government creates a special unit exclusively for my boyfriend.
Receivers on land, we can precisely calculate the signal in a 200-yard radius.
We're 500 men here, all from Bogota. Devoted only to capturing Pablo Escobar.
Sir, Escobar, he's in Sector 2, La Victoria.
The DEA set up sophisticated tracking systems to pinpoint Pablo.
The Colombian government forms a special unit to hunt Escobar. Shepard oversees operations using advanced technology to trace his calls, but the slums foil authorities with mass distractions. Meanwhile, Virginia's career collapses. She is fired from her television job and replaced by a younger face. Enraged, she threatens her boss by invoking Pablo's name. Outside the studio, Shepard waits again, offering her protection if she cooperates, but Virginia still refuses. Soon, Pablo becomes increasingly unreachable, and one by one, his close allies are killed.
You know that I got fired because of you. Away from me! I beg you, stay away! You'll keep avoiding me like the plague. Nobody will come near. It is over between us!
It just takes one of them to talk to have the search block find him.
The roots are falling apart, and the Cali Cartel is getting our territory. We can't finance this war if the business stops working, you understand? Difficult to understand to you.
His death meant the fall of the cartel's financial wing. Garza's death meant the fall of the toughest wing. Pablo loses his strong men. From this point on, he can only run.
Official and systematic persecution against our...
In 1989, Escobar declares open war over the radio, even threatening bombings. The threat becomes real when a passenger plane is blown up in midair, plunging Colombia into chaos.
What happened? An Avianca plane exploded in mid-flight.
The government to give Pablo what he wants.
Under pressure, the government opens surrender negotiations. In 1991, the extradition treaty is officially abolished. Pablo surrenders, but only under the condition that he chooses his own prison. As a result, a luxurious facility is built on his land, complete with a soccer field, family visitation rooms, and home-like comforts. From there, despite being seemingly confined, he continues running his empire.
By revoking the extradition treaty or just sovereignty, independence, and patriotism. There's of persecution today, the National Assembly. Very pretty, isn't it?
He cedes a property to the municipality through Without the threat of extradition hanging over him, Pablo needs a safe place to reorganize his business.
Meanwhile, Virginia's life falls apart. With no job contract and mounting debts, she sells her house. She begs Pablo to help her move to Europe, but he refuses. When she threatens to go to the police, Pablo intimidates her. In 1992, Escobar begins eliminating associates he deems traitors, exposing government involvement.
Lost 600 kilo shipments.
See, but the deal was 250. No, I give you that room.
150 is impossible, Pablo. Business has changed a lot. Things aren't the same they used to be anymore.
And then you're flirting with the Cali people, and to top it off, you don't want even to pay me. No,
Pablo, ¿qué pasa?
An attempt to transfer him to a military prison fails when he escapes. He hides in remote houses, but his reputation is ruined, as former allies now turn against him. Rival traffickers once imprisoned are released and, with government support, form a death squad targeting anyone linked to Escobar. Corpses pile up with chilling messages that they worked for him.
Pablo's enemies, members of rival cartels and paramilitary groups, form the most lethal hunting party of all time.
Trabajar con Pablo.
Virginia herself nearly becomes a victim in one such attack, but survives thanks to bulletproof windows.
As soon as they're out, he'll feel free to destroy. You better trust me. You can't let them leave. This is his weak spot. His family, his family, his family.
You know that firsthand, don't you?
No. You have no idea.
To them, right? When that happens, we'll be ready.
In 1993, the DEA devises a final strategy using Escobar's family as bait. After being denied asylum abroad, his wife and children are placed under surveillance. Each time Pablo calls them, his location is traced. During one loving call with his children, he unknowingly reveals his hideout.
Correction, 70 and 80.
They are responsible for all of this and that they have to face the consequences now.
Okay, Dad. I'm going to hang up.
Police surround the place. In the raid, Pablo and an associate try to flee through a window with guns in hand. But it is too late. They are shot dead on a rooftop. Tragically, Pablo's son hears his father's last moments through the phone. While the DEA celebrates their success, Virginia is left in grief.
A last-minute wire confirms that Pablo Escobar Gaviria, the ex-boss of the Medellin cartel, has been gunned down today by members of the search block in a residential neighborhood of Medellin.
Shepard then escorts her to safety. The film ends with Virginia recalling Pablo's old request, that one day his life story would be told. In the end, she does tell it, but not to the world as he had hoped, only to federal authorities. Thus ends the story of Loving Pablo. From this journey, we learn that power, money, and political influence can make someone feel untouchable. Yet no matter how great that power is, crime ultimately leads to destruction. Pablo Escobar, once idolized like a hero, falls in the end, losing friends, family, and even his life. The story shows that greed and obsession for respect can be more dangerous than real enemies, for they slowly destroy from within. As for Virginia, all the luxury and sense of safety she once enjoyed proves illusory, leaving only fear and regret.